Hello, hello, hello. What's up, guys? Oh, fun stuff to talk about today. Oh, oh boy. There's a lot of stupid people in this world. I'm actually going to bring up the Muslims. Because I like bringing up the Muslims to understand why they do the things they do. And why the Quran is just literally just a storybook for a bunch of retards to read and thinking that's true. When I would say the book of Muslims were actually became Muslims because they were tortured and tormented, and they forced them to go in because once you go in being a Muslim, they legally can't tell. They legally tell you but the laws of the Islamic go fuck yourself faggot alliance. We'll say that they say this: we will kill you if you leave us. I love how Jesus gives us free will to do what we want. God himself stated, your will, if you don't want to do my will, you do your will. My will is best, your will is not, because you're stupid and ignorant. Because that's how humans are. We're very stupid and ignorant. We don't know a lot of things. And a lot of things that we do know are just, if it's not proven with enough evidence to be coherently right, like water is wet, fire is hot, then a lot of it's just bullshit. If I touch hard surfaces, like step on the ground, I know that the ground's hard because I can't break it. But if I was outside playing in mud, I know the ground is wet. It's moisty, it's sticky and stuff. Those type of things can be evidently proved. But when it comes down to writings and it comes down to stories and stuff like that, people have a hard time proving it. People think Mary Poppins is real. People think Peter Pan is real. They were all demons. People think all these things are real because they read it, but they actually haven't, like, where's the proof at? Okay, well, you can talk about the proof of Moses parting the Red Sea. Well, there's shit in there. There's chariot wheels. There's dead people in the sea, in the Red Sea. So that's the proof that Noah split the waters and people were walking underneath there, and that it all come crashing down and killed all the Pharaoh's guards and all the people in that. So we can tell that part of the Bible is real because we actually have the proof of it. So if that part of the Bible is real, it means the whole part of the Bible is real. Every single thing that's been said in that Bible has been real. And you can look at what's happening today. One of the famous lines that Jesus says about, good will be evil, evil will be good. What do you think is happening now? People want to believe being gay is okay. No, it's not. Being a lesbian is okay. It's not. Having an open relationship is okay. It's not. It's never been okay. When I was living in the 90s, that gay people got made fun of. They really did. They're like, "Why are you gay?" It's because they make up shit. This is where you get the people that make up shit to correlate with their beliefs. And I would say most, gay people or most, open marriage people and that all these people, they're more or less likely atheists. Or if they do believe in God, they believe something exists, but they don't actually know God for what God is. And that's what comes down to why Jesus kept pushing. It's like, some people will use my name for their own needs. They will make up a reality of me that's not me. He tells us this all the time. That's why he tells us to be peaceful. We can argue with people, especially when they're going against what the actual God actually says, the one true God actually says. People like me, I get kind of offended by it. Not offended enough to be like crucial. It's like, yeah, you guys are just lying. But if I speak the truth and they hate that truth, I should rejoice because that means that I'm right. Because that hatred of the truth, it means I should be merciful towards them and say, if the truth is truth and you deny the truth, that is your choice. That's your will be done, not God's will. That's where it comes into. That's what it is. When you speak the truth of what God actually wants us to speak of, and people hate on that because they don't like Jesus, they all know that God exists, but they don't think that Jesus is God. Why is everyone attacking my boy like that? Why is everyone attacking God like that? I don't understand that. Well, it says in the Bible that he will be attacked. That's why they crucified him. When Judas, we said the person that breaks bread, it was Judas, is the one that's going to betray me. He looked over at Judas and he said, he said, something's with you and it's not God. Go do what you have to do. Just make it quick. So he broke his bread. He went out there. He got his 10 silvers. He betrayed Jesus. Jesus got crucified. And then with extreme guilt, he fucking hung himself and killed himself. All he had to do was repent. But his guilt was so heavy because Satan was strictly just wanting him to fucking be kind of a dumb fuck. That's just how it is. What Satan does, Satan lies. He doesn't force us to do anything. See, that's how our will is. That's what God gave to us as free will. We choose to be part of him or be part of not him. That is clearly humans' most powerful attribute is our free will. We choose every fucking choice in our lives. When we get coherent enough, but when we don't get the guidance and we don't get the things that we need while we're young, we choose very badly. I remember all the times of some of the things that I did. I stole candy bars because I thought it was cool. I like to be rebellious when I was a kid a little bit. Got my ass beat. I brought back the candy bar and that. My mom apologized to them. It's like, oh, my son stole that. It's like, okay, you brought it back and that. And then, I got my ass beat. She smacked my hand and said, you're not doing that shit again. That's what God does with us. When humans behave in such sinful acts, we get divine fucking spankings, okay? And we don't want divine spankings, because that shit's scary. Like, scary. It ain't just going to be like, he's going to come down and spank your ass. He's going to come down and blow up shit, despite the fact that you don't want to, because God is merciful. But people always get that wrong. They always like, well, if God's merciful, why does he do it? He does because you guys are terrible fucking people. God hates sin. When you start fucking dogs and that, doing stupid shit with your private parts, God didn't create you in his own fucking image to be fucking dogs and shit, guys. It's pretty fucking simple. That's why I always bring up the gay stuff, because that's what gay people potentially start to do. Look at all the weirdos out there. They got chokers on that. They're acting like dogs and that. They're bending over all the time. This is fucking the most disgusting thing ever. Is it their fault that they're like that? Absolutely their choice. They fed into the devil's will. They have fun and because people group up in that. The thing is, if the group wasn't big enough, and people say hey, no, that's wrong, bro. That's fucking you're a complete fucking weirdo. They call me fucking weird. And that's what I think is funny that I remember with my ex and that. I brought up the Bible, and I brought up Jesus and that, and she saat there was I remember the last text message. I remember this stuff and that because it comes down to correlation of what Jesus actually talks about with people, and that how they will crucify people that don't believe in the world, but they believe in me. Prime example. She texts me, she's like, I can't understand your mind and why you do the things that you do. I said, that's because this is how we're supposed to be. And she's like, well, I can't be with you now because, da-da-da. And then when I text her that, I told her that, it's like, well, you never wanted to love me. You just wanted to basically use me. And she got really quiet in that because, I bought her, a rather expensive ring. And she's more in love with that ring than she was with me. I say, you're the first thing most people do that go down sin, they become very materialistic. They want to hoard stuff. They want to have a lot of shit. I mean, it's okay to have stuff, but they put their emotions into it like that, like it's supposed to fucking actually be something. Like I got childhood stuff, and I got an N64 right here, a little dusty in that. Still got the cracking in that for when someone hit it, dropped it, I think. Got Duke Nukem 64 in there. I got my old Sega Saturn on something. I got stuff, but I'll mostly put it to it. If it got destroyed, more or less likely I probably would just be like, okay, it sucks. But like some people, if you took away, like, say, like, for instance, if say, like, my ex, if she lost her ring and she couldn't find it, she would literally go AWOL fucking freaked out. And I understand that most people would, because the first thing they would say, well, it was expensive, but bitch, you didn't buy it. You didn't buy it. So you want to say, oh, it was expensive. Oh, it's because you can't afford it. That's why you get mad. And I always want to think back. It's like, what if she actually went to Christ? What if she actually went to Jesus? Jesus actually came up to her and actually, like, told her, like, hey, it's like, I love you. I sacrificed myself for all of humanity. And then all of a sudden she got clarity. She started having wisdom. She might actually, like, pull out the fucking Bible or listen to it on her phone. Like, literally go listen to it on her phone. Or listen to it on YouTube. Listen to the intelligence of King Solomon that literally gives you the wisdom of all wisdom. And it becomes really funny because, like, I was listening to a short of it. You talk about financials. He says people that gather little by little will always seek and always will have wealth. Like, if they gather, they save little by little in that. And he says people that sit there and gather wealth really quickly are always in poverty. They always spend all their fucking money all at once because they're stupid, ignorant people that don't understand how money works. As we said, people that work hard for something, they understand what it is to work for that. People that don't work hard for something, they don't understand what it's worth. I mean, I have a good amount of money in that because I constantly save up. I do buy my stuff in that. I just got my peptides in that. Honest truth is, I took quite a bit of it in the last couple of days. I worked out really fucking hard yesterday. But it goes down to everything else. Like, when you lift weights or when you lose weight, it's little by little. Each day you do a little bit of cardio. You do a little bit more what you did the last day. Or you just do the same amount and you eat a little less. You will lose weight. There's no secret to anything to make it faster. A lot of the stuff that we do is pure discipline. I listen to people say, I have ADHD. I said, what the fuck is ADHD? Well, it's hyper disorder, so you're a retard. Okay, so you know how you deal with your lack of focus? Is that you have to learn how to focus more. No, that's not how it works. I have to pop medication. I said, no, you don't. Having a hyper, learning how to deal with your energy levels, it's just a mental thing. You choose not to learn the wisdom that you need to learn to do this stuff. Why do you think a child's acting runs around their head cut off? And then if they're disciplined when they get older and that, they don't do it anymore. It doesn't mean they can't. It's just they choose not to. So it's a fucking choice. Go back to the beginning of it. It's all a choice. Everything's a choice in our lives. It doesn't matter what it is. We choose to be dumb or we be smart. We choose to be with God or we choose not to be with God. It's just that simple. We want to make it hard because we want our will. Yeah, your will's stupid because you don't know anything. I'd rather be with God because God knows everything. Wouldn't you want to know how to do everything? Wouldn't you want to know how to do all the things that you want to do with God's wisdom through His will? Because He wants our desires to come true because He wants us to be happy. These people are sitting there miserable as fuck, then they're running around confused as fuck. They're trying to figure out stuff on their own when the wisdom's already there. All you have to do is read it and listen to it. Now I'm thinking about some people that I talk to now. There's some people I'm breaking through to. Little by little. But there's some people that are like, it's at my job. Some people I'm breaking through to. Like one of the Muslim gay guys I talked to now. I talked to him about stuff and I said, hey bro, it's like, really look at what you are actually, the actual true source of your religion that you see. And he said, well, I don't really read the Quran in that. Then why do you say the things that you say without reading the Quran? I said, there's depictions of the Quran that say that's peaceful. But then there's depictions of the Quran that says kill all infidels, Jews and Christians. Basically, says it obliterate them from the world for that we own the world. and them two don't match. So why is it saying this back and forth shit? And why is it only attacking the two actual ones that tell us about actual God? They don't attack Buddhas. They don't attack Hindus. They don't attack Mormons. They don't attack any. But fucking Mormonism came out 200 years later. They don't attack anybody else but the one true people of God. I mean, the whole world is, but, you know. The ones that started all were the Jews and the Christians. And so I was listening to a part of a podcast now, and these Muslim retardidists, they all come out and say that Abraham was fucking Muslim. Motherfucking Muslims didn't exist until the Quran came out. You fucking retards. How can you say that Abraham was a Muslim? Abraham wasn't even a fucking Jew. Like, just like what God said, so Jesus said, it doesn't matter. God uses whoever he wants to. It doesn't matter if you want to think it's this and this and that. We don't look at religion as a fucking race. Muslims not a race, stupid fucks. Christianity's not a race. It's a stabilization of focus to Christ. It's not a race. A race is the identity of yourself. Where'd you come from? Oh, I came from this, 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 and this. Okay. So you're this, 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 and this. These people are so fucking retarded that they don't even understand to separate fucking race from what they call religion. Nah, fuck off, dude. There's Christian Iranians anyway. Really? Yeah. There's Christian fucking Iraqis. There's Christian freaking people all over the place. There's probably fucking Iraqi fucking Buddhas. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people are so fucking retarded. And I was listening to this stuff and that. And these people are just like, they like to argue. I say, okay, if you want to argue, you can argue and say all this stuff, but it's not right. It's not true. No, the Jews themselves have been dealing with stuff and been the promised people for like thousands of years. Muslims didn't even exist. What existed back then were the fucking pagans. The pagans existed back then. The Egyptian pagans, the Greek pagans, the Roman pagans. They existed back then. None of this shit existed. No Muslim really existed until 700 AD and shit, when everything started coming out with the whole prophet shit. Which he wasn't a prophet because he died like a false prophet, like Jesus said that he would. Because he said there's going to be false prophets after me. They're going to try to establish a religion. They're going to try to establish a gossip or a freaking, way of living in that. And they're going to try to go with what I say, what I tell you in my gospels. They're going to make up their own gospels. They're going to use me. Like you said, people will use my name. For good or for bad. He prophesied that. Of course, God knows the truth because he is God. He knew the future. He knew that Satan was going to go down there. Because he talked to him about it. People don't understand. The counsel of God is always discussing what's going to happen. Because the Father God's will has to be done. His plan has to be done. There's no discussion with it at all. It is, my plan's done. Yes, sir. That's literally how it goes. I mean, obviously he's not that big of an asshole, but no, that's how I depict it a little bit. The Creator's will for everything has to be done. So the angels, even the fallen angels, they have to go with what the plan is. That's why God gives Satan a certain amount of power in that. He can only do specific things. That's why some people never get attacked by demons their whole entire life. And other people do. And you say, well, why is that? It's because they are blessed. They do not get attacked at all. Probably because their parents are very Christianity like. They may not believe, a lot of people didn't believe that. They didn't even know Jesus' name, but they believed in God so much, had so faith. As soon as they felt the presence of God altogether, not Jesus, God, they immediately knew that he was a Messiah. Even Jesus said there's people all over the world when he was around back 2,000 something years ago that believed in me. They don't even know me. And they believed in him. See, that's what it is. We get the Holy Spirit now. We actually get to know God for actually what God actually is. Back then, people didn't. The Holy Spirit didn't descend yet until the crucifixion, and then we got the Holy Spirit. Because Jesus depicted it. He says, "I can't be all places at once in flesh, but in spirit I can." That's why we're giving you the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit can be all places at once. He can be inside billions of people. The Holy Spirit can be anywhere and allwhere because it's in spirit. Flesh is different. Flesh, you actually have to do things physically. The spiritual thing is way more easier to be able to use. But people don't understand that because the Holy Spirit actually comes in and it goes and alleviates you from certain things by giving you the truth. People say it's like only certain people get. No, everybody gets it that has faith in Jesus. It's just that fact. And you learn more about God. You learn more about Jesus. You learn more about how he walked. You learn more about how he talks. You learn more about how to be merciful, how to be mellow tone, how to be more humble, to look at things from perspective. And you learn how to embrace it until the very end, because this life is very short, but eternity awaits. That's why all these Muslim people, all these people now, it's always Muslims. It's always been Muslims. It's a very satanic religion. They're the only ones that like to attack Christians and Jews because that's what literally the Quran tells them to do. They, like I said, they don't attack anybody else. They don't give a fuck about anybody else. They're very gay, somewhat gay religion. Talks about, fucking all kinds of weird shit and that. It's like establishes it. They never want to believe in the stuff that's really there. See, that's the problem with the Quran that makes no sense to anybody. Even Muhammad knew he was a false prophet. As Muhammad was going through his journey with Satan, he knew something was wrong when he was getting fucked by a whole bunch of possessed demon fucking black guys. He knew it. He told his disciple to don't cross this line till I get back. His disciple was literally writing down what was happening. Hearing all the oohs and ahs and all the fuck, my ass hurts and that. He's listening to all that shit. He wrote everything down. And then he came back. Everything was covered in jizz and shit. His butthole hurt and everything. Dude was literally walking up limping and shit. He knew that he was possessed that he had Satan on, that Satan was sitting there. He knew it. Don't act like Muhammad didn't know it. I give the dude credit. He knew what was fucking going on. Because the first time he saw Gabriel, he knew that it wasn't. He knew it wasn't an angel. He said, "Why would an angel torment me and choke me and basically throw down?" He's like, "I can't write anything down. I don't know." And Lucifer was Satan was literally sitting there like, "You're gonna fucking do this," And people think like, "Oh, well, angels." And then when Jesus talks about angels, every single angel that comes down, they always say, the first thing they always say, "Do not be afraid, for that I am sent here from God. I'm sent here from the Lord." And they call out their name. "I am angel, angel of the Lord." And they say, "Do not be afraid." That's where the context comes in. When Gabriel the messenger comes down and saw Daniel and saw these people and that, he strictly said, "Hey, I am the angel of the Lord. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid." Even when God came down as an angel, they always say the same thing. But we don't understand that because we're walking along this path of wanting to be very destructive. We don't want to know if the spirit world's actually real. That this shit's actually real. Yeah, this shit's actually fucking real. It's so real that if you could actually see like the warfare that's going on in the spiritual world, you would see probably like hundreds of millions of fucking angels and fallen angels fucking going at it all the damn time. They're constantly whispering to each other. They talk with each other and that, and they know they can only do so much because they know God. They know the Creator is gonna step in if they do stupid shit, which is why. You know, and that's how it always goes down. Just imagine if you actually could see the Seraphim, Satan, and the demons and that all flying around that. Dude, you couldn't live in the world. You couldn't live. Like, there's one thing in Vietnam and I was listening to. They said they used to have the red night vision goggles, and they said when they put on the red night vision goggles, they can see like transparent shit. So they saw actual like demons flying around and that. They actually saw these things in the jungle and that. They were sitting there like walking around that and that's what they are. I saw my first demon like a year or so ago. It was a gargoyle-looking thing. It had wings. They weren't angel wings. They were like bat wings. That's how they decrepit demons. You know, that's how they look at demons and that. It looked like a gargoyle. You know, it had talons. His legs were kind of cocked a little bit. He had talon fingers and that. And he had kind of a demented face on him. He's like one of those Shogun mask type thing, but it was an actual face. He had little horns. He wasn't that big. He was pretty far away. I'd say he's probably maybe about 6, probably maybe about 6 foot tall or something like that. He wasn't like a gigantic fucking thing. No, he didn't even know. He knew I was there, but he didn't do nothing. He just flew away. He came from my house because I blessed my house many times with Christ. I did my prayers and that. And I blessed my house and I kept praying it and praying it and praying it. You know, Psalm 91, be my fortitude. Don't let no arrow by day. Don't let no pestilence by night. You know, 10,000 die at my right hand, 100,000 die at my left. I will always be safe with you, no matter what. And I've done it, and I kept on doing it. And all of a sudden, one day I walked home, and it was 2 demons. There was one that flew, and there was one that was on the ground. But the one that flew I saw first, and the one on the ground I saw the other day. You know, a couple days after. It was like it looked like a fucking monkey. It was like a tall, kind of like white hair. It was white, so I could clearly see. It was nighttime, so I could clearly see that it was fucking there because a little bit of light was shining on it. It was very fucking obvious. And like the thing of it is, it froze me. I was sitting there and I looked at it. It looked at me and it just sat there. And and I start praying in my head and that. I start doing things that God, Jesus tells us to do. And then and I just said have no fear. And for what he was looking at wasn't me. He was looking at the angel that was beside me, but I couldn't see it because obviously most angels can't be seen because they're way too powerful because God grants them an enormous amount of power, especially in certain times and needs. And so I start to really believe this shit is fucking real. And I haven't seen any of them ever since. My life's been way more peaceful. There's still things I fight against every day, and that temptation is never going to stop. Most temptations are pretty fucking stupid, pretty simple temptations that, that you're just like, whatever, don't care. Like, if you tell someone to, knock someone out because you're angry, I just don't care about that. It doesn't make you feel anything. But yeah, well, I saw that I talked about it. One of the ladies I talked to that, she said, well, it might have been the New Jersey Devil. I'm like, bitch, New Jersey's 5,000 miles away, if not more. What, you retarded? Well, he can fly. I'm like, I doubt he's gonna fly. He didn't look like he was moving too fast. He was probably been flying maybe like 30 miles an hour. Like, he wasn't moving that fast. Like, he was moving rather slow. And he did that because it was an indication that I was protected from God. And he had to drift away, so it showed that I was protected. That's all I can get out of it. And I had a conversation with my mom about it. It's like, I've noticed when I did all the parents stuff, our house started to calm down a little bit. My dad would never get as angry anymore about stuff and that. My mom, they would never argue as much and that. I said, well, I guess it's real. And this shit's 100% real. I don't want to pray. I never want to pray for materialistic stuff and that. I really don't care. It's like I say, I want to pray for a woman, and yeah, I do. But I'm not gonna sit there and sit there and haste it because it's when God puts the perfect timing in front of me. And I had a lot of girls come in my life and that I thought would be, really close to me and that, but that was all a training ground. It was all to teach me, like, hey, this is how these women are going to act. These women are going to be very selfish. They're going to be very materialistic. They're going to fucking lie to you. They're going to want to use you for sex and that, because that's just what these type of women actually do. And honestly, it's been happening my whole entire life. And the more I think about that, the more I start to see, like, damn, it's like God puts you through trials because He wants you to understand life itself. So He puts you through these trials. He puts you through the pain and agony in that so you can actually learn. So you actually become more humble. So you actually can start to progress in a way that you need to progress. And while other people are sitting there not progressing at all, they're destroying their lives by being the way that they're being. You start to see like certain things start to happen. And that's when you start to notice. It's like, damn, this shit's actually real? Yes, it's actually real. 30% chance to get it back. They'd be good with the minigun. I think this guy can use the minigun then. Because with that would have a 30% chance to refund one. Oh, it's only one though. Nah, I'm just debating on what I want to get rid of. Like the action skill damage, it's really good. If I get rid of those two things, that'd be good with grenades. That would just give me more damage. Ricochet damage, burn damage. Against overshield when he deals ornate damage. 5%. Yeah, I like the overshield thing. It's always been good. What's this? Hammond's ground slam. It consumes all fire. Here creates a flame fissure. In front of him, dealing damage to all enemies it hits. World Breaker deals bonus damage for each flame. Oh, okay. Kill the enemy. Ring of Frostfire. Firewall is now a ring that deals Oh, it's more like a melee thing. I like looking at all this shit. Firewall becomes Wrathful. Press and hold calls down a massive force sword to strike a target enemy, dealing shock orbital damage to enemies in the area. Wrathful always crits. That might actually be kind of fun to use. Fortune comes, unfortunately. Okay. Hold down. I already did this one before. You throw lances. Kill an enemy. Shock damage. Okay. Yeah, I like to read through all this shit next. Some of this stuff's actually really fucking good. Hazardous freezing. I'm thinking about getting this. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of this detonation. I mean, that's always good. Oh, that felt so good. Because I always do freeze damage. I'm always freezing people. At least this will do a hazardous. It'll do a lot of damage to them. So dealing inferno damage with guns increases crowd damage for dirt. Oh, it's a back and forth type situation. This one's actually pretty cool. My action skills can catch people on fire. Detonations should restore one's shield and. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie, that might actually be really fucking good. I can get both of these. Oh man, I'm still debating on if I want to do it or not, because I mean, my shield's really big as it is, and I got all that overshield. I never actually had to use all that shield. And obviously, I could just boost this up to like, well, it's at 20% right now, so it doesn't matter. Oh man, I'm still debating. Oh no. Because to be able to restore my shield on detonation, this has a 40% chance to detonate. So as that detonates, I'll constantly get my orbital get healed, and I'll do get that. That'll be so fucking good. I do kind of want this though. Oh, both of them are so good, but it's only 15%. I freeze. I freeze the enemy does a hatch, just creates it underneath though. That'll do so much damage though. Because that'll do like close to 4,000 damage. I don't know what that multiplies by. Probably my skill. That's the thing is, he doesn't get a lot of skill damage with this. That's why I have to get the other. He gets a lot of shock damage. Whenever he reloads, he gets bonus shock damage. You need more levels. I wanted like 20 more levels, so I can actually really like fuck around and shit. Cause some of this shit's really good. This is really good because elemental and kill. I always kill people. That's for 14 seconds. And this one gives you a shit ton of fucking gun damage when I activate my forge skill, which I constantly activate. I mean, I guess I can get rid of some of this because I don't need all of that. It's just too much. The damage dealt. Actually, I don't even know if it even fucking does anything, really, because every time I fucking get it up and that, I never really see any difference. I might not have to get that. I might just get rid of this. Need the speed. This helps out a lot. I'm gonna fuck around with this shit. And they put out another raid boss. I haven't tried them out yet. No. There it is. Oh, it's a Z frames shit. That's the one thing I haven't done anything, any of the mods and that.
Killing guns with guns. And let it not be said the unknowable god is without a sense.
Yeah, 100 and something thousand fucking shoes, so having that doesn't matter.
Over here, we have a demon to hunt. Well, I say we. For you.
Well, it's always a debate to see what's gonna happen when I do these type of things, because like hazardous freeze would be better because I throw my hammers a lot, and they do freeze quite a bit. This just adds fire damage. This would be good for my orbits because it restores my shield. It would actually keep me alive a lot longer because it's on detonation, and then hammer detonates a lot. So we'll try to. Constant detonation enemies a cooldown, 40-second cooldown. That's why it's automatically a freeze. Not that I have a problem not using it. These hammers blow up so good though. They just blow up a big ass area. I mean, it would work good with that. I'm going to have to try it out. See how much I lost? 85,000? Was it 85,000? Oh, that's not too bad then. I lost about 30,000, but I'm not worried about that. Because it gives you all that elemental resistance shit, so it doesn't even matter. And honestly, I don't even need that shit, the healing stuff. Because I got this that heals me. That gives you overshield. So. I don't need that at all anyway, so. I wish I could do selective shit. I hate to have to do the whole damn thing. It's just so annoying. I don't see any significant fucking damage increase with this. I mean, I could test it out without it. It's always a debate. Do I want I mean, reload speed actually would be pretty good. Got 14 left. I was just getting that up, but I need all that shit. 60% is ridiculous. Got 4 points. I guess I'll win this. I'm gonna have to test out the damage of it now. Let's go. Well, I have a detonate. My detonations are higher now, so you have to see how the hammer's gonna do.
I'm gonna twindle your car so hard! Are you out of your mind?
That is really big.
A surprise party? From hell!
Oh god, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, so getting that radius up is actually clearly fucking crazy. Because it makes them blow up super
Thunder!
Yeah, I might get rid of that. The fire thing does work really good when it activates. It's 15% chance. I really get the cooldown of my fucking thing. It takes 150,000. Oh, there they go.
Let us meet as equals!
These beats are friendly. Okay. The burn thing's good when it activates, but that doesn't activate enough. Okay. It does a lot of damage, but when it activates very, very tiny amount. So, this is just good no matter what. So what I could do is get rid of that, go down here, and just put it into this. Because then I'll have more orbital damage, so when I do activate my orbital, I can be able to sit there and dominate really well with it. Cryo effect. See, this is pretty cool when full. This effect doubles while is at maximum health. Yeah, because if I just... What if I can finish? Okay. Okay. I really know how to get this up that much. I do like using it though. Get up. I guess I can get this back up. Let's do. There we go. Perform that. I can make sure I got all the stuff I need. Maybe this one would be good. It'd be 15% times 3, 45% more elemental damage. On kill, that's for 14 seconds. I kill a lot of fucking people with that. That might actually be more beneficial than just have orbital damage, because this will be everything. Okay. Well, I'm about to go down my orbited damage shit to connect a little bit.
Ready to begin?
Yeah, this missile works really good when they're far range. When they're close range, it goes haywire. Good thing about having these 4 out here, it gives you that 40% gun damage. It gives you up like 50%, which is just for guns. I don't think it's for orbited, so. But when I get that orbited damage by 50%, which I'm gonna probably put on, I gotta take out the physical or melee. Even though this gun does melee damage, but unfortunately, see, elemental damage goes, so it's 45%. That goes with the 57%. Hey, but the damage dealt goes up, but damage dealt I don't think has anything to do with. I'm not understanding if that has anything to do with all my stuff, because I don't see a significant increase. Like when my elemental damage goes up, I see a good increase.
Bada boom! Who needs gum?
1%. Yeah, this is really nice because you hit by all this shit. My skill damage was at 80%, but like, skill damage doesn't fuck with my action skill damage. Like, I don't deal much more damage. It's kind of fucking stupid because I'm hitting people still with the same amount I've always hit them with. I just find it kind of stupid. Oh well, dodge. It's like when I get my action skills shaking it up, it's just.
Calm down, it's just the Vault Hunter. No biggie.
See what time it is. It's 4:07.
Do you not know I kill order? I do!
Yeah, this shit I have now is probably one of the best shields. Like defensive wise and pretty much indestructible.
You will know pain!
I was gonna say I do like Vexalock and the Ghostbuster gun is really fucking good. I wish their summoning things were better, because this guy has way better summoning. that missing, bitch?
Next time, aspire to be a Kodak!
Not too bad experience there. Oh, he did it here.
Might makes right.
I would say out of all the characters I play with, this guy is actually probably one of the strongest when it comes down to like overall. Because these little minion guys literally just kill everything, and they have a very good AI some of the times. Especially for bosses and that, because they'll linger on bosses, and they'll fuck them up really bad.
Your order, friend, will take you.
Check it out, y'all!
I can see the iron in their eyes.
pretty intense. Did a pretty good job with that. Yeah, they don't show anything over here. The Ordinite thing's right there. Kind of stupid.
Feel every inch of this closeness.
Yeah, you actually have to go to it. Like, it pops up when you get next to it. But does it pop up? Let's see, it pops on the map when you get next to it. Yeah. It's kind of dumb. So far, so good. I know the gun I'm gonna get. I think I do get it from the Timekeeper. I think I might kill the Timekeeper a couple times. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about RJ. RJ's a fucking bitch. Man, I'm super fucking sore.
Killing guns with guns. Let it not be said the unknowable god is without a sense of humor.
Oh, fuck. I think the peptides are really kicking in. Because I am super fucking sore. Damn. Can't wait for my fucking friend to get online. Gotta see what the fuck's going on with him. Something's going on. He got a new job and that, so I'm debating. I'm looking at it from the perspective, like, you know, maybe it's a better job. Maybe he'll work different hours and that. And I don't know. I don't know why he got a different job though. Something had to happen. He said he was doing good and that, but like, he just started the job like I think a couple months ago. Yeah, pretty standard, easy job. I mean, all he did was clean up rooms and that. I mean, you pick up stuff from that and like, he's getting paid pretty decent fucking money. He's getting a bunch of tips and that. I'm like, why don't you just like, the thing is, you get involved with fucking drama. And I understand that, like, this is why I always tell every man, when you go to work, your work comes first. Fuck all the drama that happens in these places. Like, you could talk about drama, like, talk about the drama, don't be the drama. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot go into work thinking that everybody's gonna be your best fucking friend. No. I go into work, my mind is fixated on my job 100% when the job needs to be fixed on. Like, when I'm not working, obviously I'll talk and shit. But when the job comes down to it, it's 100% the job. Like, if we have laid-back time and that, we'll talk about each other's lives and talk about certain things that we know and that. Because you have to get to know your work family. Your work family has to be your work family. You have to have that kind of, like, connection with them. A lot of people hate that connection. When they come into work, it's like, oh, it's just about me, and I'll fuck everybody else and that. I say to people, it's like, I'm not going to be your friend outside of work. Like, and I categorize that. They probably thought it wasn't like that. So inside work, we can talk and discuss shit, and that it's how you have to be. You have to be expressive. Some people come into work, they're super unexpressive. They don't like talking about things. That's like, well, no one needs to know about my life, and I'm like, bro, your life's not that fucking important for you not to talk about it. Don't throw your life up there thinking that no one needs to know nothing about my life. But you're a human being with other human beings. When people categorize themselves to think that they're like a special human being, yeah, you're probably just retarded, okay? The word retard is coming back. We're calling people out for being retarded. You're just fucking retarded. You know, you act really fucking stupid. You do stupid shit, you know? It's like, that's just it's like if you look at it, everyone had a person like that. Everyone had a person like that. They're sitting there all day. They're all like sitting there discussing shit and that. They're very open-minded. And they talk about stuff that, and other people are like hiding in the closet and that. They're always on their fucking phones and shit. They never want to conversate. I admit sometimes I do that. And the thing is, other people get annoyed by it. I know, right? Like, it's fucking stupid. So, like, sometimes I'll come in, you know, sometimes I'm really focused on my job. I'll come in, I'm quiet, I don't say hi to people. And some people get frustrated with it. I'm like, why do you care about what I do? Well, because you want attention. Just fuck off, bro. I'm trying to do my job. I'm not worried about getting attention like a fucking 5-year-old kid. You know, there's some people come in, they're like, hi everyone, and it's fine. That's how they are. They're very expressive because their lives outside of work probably suck ass. You know, my life outside of work is, you know, it's a great life. I do what I want to do. I know what I want to do, and I do it. I don't worry about this. I don't worry about that. You know, like one of the guys I work with tonight, you know, he's always worried about relationships. He talks to me about it. He's like, well, you had experience. I'm like, yeah, I had a lot of fucking hoes. I had experience. I grabbed on a lot of tits and ass in my life, but it wasn't anything that was particularly enjoyable because it wasn't love. I never had a full-on actual relationship. I know, fucked up, right? 36-year-old man. I can say that I'm a rather attractive. I get attracted to very easily. It's how the hoes like it. I never had a full-on relationship. Never. And it's fucked up. I was with my ex, wasn't in a full relationship. Probably for the first month or so, because she was massively attentionated, like most of these satanic women tend to be. Super attentionated. Care about, you know, always on the phone with me. If I don't answer them, they freak the fuck out. They get, you know, they become, you know, very retarded. They think I'm cheating on them, or I think they're cheating on the man. It's like, no. That bitch, I'm at work, working, okay? It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm at work, working. If you don't trust me, then don't be with me. They're like, well, no, I don't want to. No. You don't want to be alone. That's all it is. You can have anyone in your life. As long as they give you attention, it doesn't matter who it is. That's the problem with a lot of people. And that's the problem with the dude that I work with. The gay dude I work with, he loves attention. But he's like, oh, brag about, I want a relationship. No, you don't want you want a relationship of attention. So that's everybody and anybody. You don't want commitment. First off, because you're gay. Most gay people don't fall in love. You guys just basically just fuck each other. You say, well, we fall in love. Well, technically, you like each other a lot. You feel a sense of attraction. And they say, oh, gay marriage. Nah, gay people can't get married. It's never been a marriage thing. That's a satanic fucking thing. God never wants us to be married to fucking men, okay? It's just that fucking simple. How many people want to argue about all this? But man, I don't give a fuck. Moral law doesn't dictate shit. The only reason why Obama did it because Obama's a faggot. Dude's gay as fuck. We already know Michelle Obama is named Mike. They make fun of it so much. But that's his own personal life. I don't give a fuck what you do with your own personal life. But don't bring it into law saying it's okay to do something that's not. If you keep it to yourself, fine. That's fine. But this is where we get all part of the thing. Why I talk about it so damn much? Because I'm tired of fucking hearing it. And I'm tired of fucking white women saying it's okay for gay guys to go after straight men. And they're taking straight men trying to convert them to be fucking gay. Yeah, conversion. I know, it's fucked up. We always talk about this a lot. It's like, oh, you know, when God says homosexuality is a practice. God himself, throughout the whole entire Bible, talks about homosexuality being a practice. And that is a sin. So is adultery. Adultery is a sin. And people get fucking mad about that. Well, you think homosexuality is an abomination. Everything's an abomination. Sin itself is the abomination, you stupid twat waffle retards. Everything in the Bible talks about this. And of course, I'm gonna say this out of love. You're retarded. You just don't know. Okay, well, whatever. You know, doesn't mean I can't dislike what you can't dislike you for being a fucking idiot. Because I don't want you to be an idiot. I don't want anyone to go to hell. That's why I talk the way I talk. And it's getting increasingly more talkative because guess what? It's coming out more. People are tired of the fag community, the trans community, the woke fucker retards, and all the people that are tired of this are all traditional Christian people. Doesn't matter what other religion of Christianity that you are. There's fucking like a million of them. Cause they all believe in different ways. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid, but whatever. We're all tired of it. And I think everybody's starting to see it online. These people just sit there and they say stupid shit. You're racist, sexist, all this fucking phobia bullshit. They always say it because it goes against what they like. They said they were Islamic phobia. Yeah, you know what? I had to say it though. No one cares about Islam. Islam never existed. The only reason why they get attention is because we give them attention. That's it. I don't care about fucking Muslim because I'm not a Muslim. But then again, it's not a fucking race. It's a ideology. You idolize a demon that you think that's not a demon because you're fucking retarded. Because you don't see it. Because you're too scared or you just don't give a fuck. If you don't care about your religion and you don't want to know the truth of where it comes from, why the fuck do you say that you're a Muslim, Christian, Buddha, or any other religion? When you actually don't care about it. Now, myself hasn't read the whole entire Bible through, but I got through a lot of it. And there's certain chapters that hit me a lot harder than others. So I keep on going after it. But the biggest chapters that always hit me the most in the Bible is Proverbs. Proverbs always hits me most. And Isaiah. Isaiah was fucking hilarious. I love Isaiah, especially at the end when did the whole altar thing. Isaiah was the funniest dude. That dude had so much fucking like honoring God. He literally was laughing at a bunch of demonistic people. He's like, ha, your God's fake. My God's real. They're like, oh my God, no, he's not. Think about it. So this is the end of Isaiah, and oh my God, Isaiah cracks me up. You know, bless his soul. He's all the kind of more funny prophets in that of all of them. They all had humor in that, but he was actually one who was just like, it's not gonna work, bro. So he had two altars. They both had water in them. You know, catch water on fire is quite hilarious. So he asked them. They went to the mount. That they said Baal had the strongest, religious connection to this mount. So they both put up altars. Isaiah was by himself, alone, and there was like 40 Baal propheters. There are 40 Baal people. People worship Baal a lot because Baal himself has been worshipped for thousands of years. He's a demon. He's the impure demon. People get tattoos of it. They cut themselves, scar themselves. That's what impurity is. See, God doesn't want you to be impure. God wants you to be beautiful and healthy. God doesn't want you to be ill and fucked up and that, and you chop your dick off and shit like that because you're a bunch of fucking weirdos. But Isaiah, he's talking about, okay, it's like, we'll do this. It's like, if your God is real, that he will come out and light that altar on fire. And so they were praying and do the blessing thing and that. They were cutting themselves and that, like, oh, let's do something and that. And Isaiah, being an asshole like myself, because he knew the truth, he came out and says, like, why don't you guys scream a little louder? Come on, let's get this going and that. He's like, and they're like, oh, he's like mocking him. He's like, oh, you're mocking us? He's like, yeah, because I know he's not going to come. Oh, that's a lie. He will come. And as all these Baal worshippers were doing their stuff and that, nothing ever happened. And so Isaiah, he went to the altar. He went on his knees. He put his hands together in prayer. He whispered. A silent whisper. He did a little whisper. He said, please, God, please show them that you are there. Please show them you are the one true God. The altar got lit on fire and that. It lit water on fire. It splashed it went all over the place. It lighted the ground on fire a little bit. And the Baal worshippers were sitting there like a bunch of fucking morons. And a lot of them instantly fucking converted because they'd say, oh, that's God. And then he was sitting there like, being proudful because God
smiles upon me.
exists. Same thing with Daniel. When Daniel went to Babylon. But Daniel was, the prophet of Babylon. That the old king of Babylon was very, very about God and that he worshipped him. He gave sacrifices to him. He did whatever he could, and his kingdom stayed good. His son took over. First thing he did, he put Daniel into prison because he started to believe in Baal. Once again, Baal always seems to come into the Bible a lot because Baal is always the first demon that comes in and corrupts, and then all the other demons come after that. Because you have to get the corruption going first before other demons start to come in, because there's the status quo of demons and how they work. Baal comes in, he does his impurities, he tells people, oh, marriage is bad, go have sex with all these people and that. He'll start doing the translation. They've been doing this shit for since forever. Ever since they know human nature. They tell us all this stuff and that. Baal goes in. His little underlings, they all do the whispers and that, They do all their cash shock stuff and that. Angels watch them do that stuff. That's for the ones that are faithful, fight against the temptations. The angels come down and say, no, these are mine. And then Baal drifts away. And so, that's what keeps on happening. In our country today. Same shit. It's been happening for thousands of years. The same repeat. Baal comes in. Los Angeles. New York. Both of those fucking cities are very Babylonish. They're very demented. They're very fucked. Especially Los Angeles. They say City of the Angels. They're really talking about fallen angels. They're very satanic. They say, well, the whole entire United States. The United States is separated by fucking by 50 countries. Okay, United States is a whole continent. Each state is its own personal country to certain extents. It's like China's a continent. It's a country, but they have separate regions that probably but they all underline the same laws. That's why you could call it a country. United States is not a country, it's a continent. It's North America. You say, well, United States is a country. Yeah, United States. So each state has their own personal laws that they go by. The federal law overcompensates a little bit of certain things, but each state has different laws. So they all have different ways. Like some states might have said the legal limit of drinking might be 20 instead of 21. They can change it based upon them. Normally they coexist with each other. So when you look at Los Angeles in California, Los Angeles, the city itself, is gigantic as fuck. It's like Babylon. It's a big ass fucking city. But it has its own sin. So everybody goes in there. Even people that start acting that, they go in there and they say it's just different there. People are stuck up as fuck. They're very sinful. They know when a good person goes there. That's the reason why ministries don't go into there that much, because that shit is really fucking bad. If people go in there, they eat them alive because it's so sinful. You can taste it in the air that demons literally just roam around that area. Not in California, but in Los Angeles. Very, very satanic. So Los Angeles, and people all over the world say, well, oh, United States is gonna be, fuck you saying that stupid ass shit. Not all United States, a bunch of satanic fucking baby killers, bro. Get the fuck out of that. People look at it because Los Angeles is the one that always gets broadcasted the most on the fucking news. New York or Los Angeles, they get broadcasted all the fucking damn time on the global news. And I think that's too fucking tiny. It's two cities out of fucking thousands of cities in the United States. Okay, take that shit out of there. Los Angeles is Babylon. If God blows that fucker up, I can't say I give a fuck. If there's innocent people there, just like Lot in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, because they're two different cities. I think he was in Solomon. If they escape, which a lot of people are, they escape and they get out of there, and they don't want to be sinful in that, that'd be great. Blessed to them, that thrive in justice. Blessed to them that are meek. Blessed are them that show mercy, that be shown mercy. Blessed are them that forgive, you will be forgiven. Blessed are them that get persecuted and die for my sake. The last part. Blessed are them for the ones that get persecuted. They get torn down, they get flogged, they get flailed, and they die for my sake, will always get the kingdom of heaven. That's why it's so important to understand that all this stuff that happens with sin, the worse it becomes, that wrath gauge gets higher. And that's how I call it, God's wrath gauge. God only looks at it from certain perspective. When stuff gets so fucking evil, where human will cannot fix because people are so fucking stupid, then shit's going to happen. Now, you can't say everybody in Los Angeles are fucking very bad people. No, I think a lot of them are really good people in that. They're just stuck in a really shitty fucking place. So for the people that live in that place, and you see that stuff in that, the more you pray, the more you innovate, the more you pull back and push back against temptation, everyone that prays unites the fire in God, and the Holy Spirit gets the fire in it, and it becomes with us and protects you from all the evil bullshit. Some people would just be disgust you, but they won't talk to you. I walk by people that they know they know that they have demons. I know that they have demons. I walk by people all the time. I can feel their presence. Some people could, they're just very, there could be little bits of demonistic stuff. No, they're worried about their life. They're worried about their job. They're worried about that stuff. And I said, if you go to your job and work and not worry about your job, if you just do what you're supposed to do and get paid, then the worry should never be there. It's like I tell people all the time at my job. I say, when I go to my job, I say, it's going to be another day. Shit's going to happen. I'm going to go home anyway. I said, I might as well just do the best I can at my job and not worry about anything. Just do my job. But people come to the job, they worry about every damn thing. Oh, we're trying to do this, we're doing that. And I say like this: if people live an undisciplined life, they're going to live an undisciplined work life. It's just how it is. If their private life's undisciplined, their work life's going to be undisciplined. Now, I come into work and I do my job. And I do it in full. I discipline myself at home by exercising, doing long walks and that, and trying to get myself to know that I'm going to have to work fucking hard. And it could be an easy job. I can work hard at an easy job because I enjoy it. Work a little faster than that. Maintain different how I do things and that. These are my days off, Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm egging to go back to fucking work already. People say, why do you want to go to work at night? You got 2 days off. Do what you want to do. Yeah, but the thing of it is, I do the stuff I want to do. I just don't do it for fucking forever because my mind is not into a different reality. Like when I go around and I talk about this, I talk to people about at work and that, and the ones that complain about work, not about like certain things that happen, like work itself, like the things they do at work. Not what people say to them, not the interactions they have with people, but the work itself. They say, oh, we got another order in. Oh my God, another one? I'm like, yeah, it's called work, dumbass. You're going to get orders coming in, Like, it doesn't make any sense why you say that. Oh man, I got to work? And I asked them, it's like, okay, what do you actually want to do? It's like, well, I want to go home and sleep. What, are you fucking in preschool? I want to go home and sleep. Oh my God, I want to sleep. It's like when you look at people like that, it's like, what? I make fun of them in retrospect. It's just comedic. I don't dislike these people at all. That's just they act like a bunch of bitches. It's like I kind of I teach. I want to preach them and try to teach them certain things now and tell them like, well, maybe you should look out for perspective. You're gonna have to do this anyway. Work is something that people have to do. I say, when you have a spoiled like mind because you haven't done anything in your life, besides sit there and do nothing because mommy and daddy support you for so damn long, and you're in your fucking 30s and that, and you're still having issues with doing stuff in that, which I understand because I've been through it myself. You're gonna have to stand alone. You're gonna have to be a lone human being. You have to do things on your own. You have to, create your own legacy in that. But if you want to prolong life by doing that, like, stuff that doesn't fucking matter, that's just pure entertainment without trying to, like, push out into the real world, that's why I can't play video games. I do the same thing every day for the last, like, year or so. I play video games for a little bit, and then I talk about things. I talk about things that fucking matter in the real world. People are so fixated on games, fixated on TV. If everything got ripped out, just to say, what would you do? If internet stopped existing, a lot of people would probably fucking freak out. A lot of people would probably have to go on meds. They would be like, oh my god, what do I do? I can't contact these people and that. I'm like, well, go out in the community. But I don't want to, because it's scary out there, guys. It's scary. I'm like, bro, it's like, your community is where you need to be at. I mean, you could be online and play video games and that, most times you just play video games just because you have free time, because you have nothing else to do. You did everything you need to do for that day. But are you doing stuff you want to do for that day? Are you exercising? Are you moving around? Are you getting your daily calorie burns in? Are you sitting there, like, trying to learn something? Most people don't want to learn. You learn anything new with communication, with psychology, with the biblical sense of it, the spiritual sense of it. Are you learning are you going through the mind, body, spiritual stuff? Are you actually trying to develop your life at all? Learning new financial strategies. Many people don't do that shit. Many people get stuck. They get stuck into a bubble, and I was in that bubble. I'm so happy that I burst my own bubble and say, hey, this is not reality. This is a fictional reality. It's fun as fuck, but it's lazy and it doesn't do nothing for me. It mostly traps you. And so when I see people that used to be just like me back, probably like about 5 or 6 years ago, probably a little more than that, I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait to go. My friends are gonna be on that. We're all gonna play games all night. And I like to do that. No, my friend Vincent never fucking gets on half the damn time. And every time he does get on that, he's always doing shit by himself. He doesn't really do nothing. I said, come on, bro. It's like when we get a game day going on and that, let's just play. Let's just pick one game and slam it down. It doesn't matter. We're gonna play and have fun anyway. But like, we're getting very good conversations and that. I'm almost there. I'm about to take a fucking dump here in a little bit. That's why I'm more or less moving around that. But gotta make dumpers. I gotta eat again soon. I'm getting hungry. I don't know what I want to eat. Anyway, I gotta take a dump. You're back. Okay. Ship capacity by 10. I mean, no other gun's gonna beat this one. This one's too damn strong. I want to kill her again. Okay, I think he does give me this gun. That maybe I can get me one that's better. Let's make it one that doesn't have the fucking COV on it. I don't like the COV at all. Yeah, the COV is fucking. Do a really good job. I'm gonna fucking do shit. They just kill everything.
Dance?
I mean, Vac's a lot easier to survive because she has all that life drain.
could hate. But no, feel my wrath. You will perish. Your demise, inevitable. Everyone, God, quickly! I killed your type, and I will kill you too! Bada boom! Cloak and perfect! The Timekeeper cannot protect you! Careful now! Thunder!
This is the one I actually want to use, but unfortunately, I mean, I can use it still, but gives me double the health, gives me regeneration, and reduces damage by 33%, which I don't know if that would even make me that much stronger or not. I'll try it out for a little bit. I'll make it my favorite. Chest code. Well, If I do this, then I can just... Well, I don't have the max health or any of that shit. No. So.
I could take you, but no. You will perish. Flee! Is this your quiet ending? You will know pain. I certainly am.
I mean, if I had more health, I'd just be better off, but... Because that gives me blank health, so... What I'm suggesting about doing it if I do it with this is go down here and get this with this, because this goes by percentage. Missing health regeneration by 6%. So that gives me 800 per second. 6% of when I get this, probably about 50,000. So that'd be roughly about 2,000 or something per second. So it'd be about, well, it'd be close to like 4,000 per second. Because this increases healing rate too. The other one gives me overshield though, which I really do like when I kill evil. thing is, I know I won't be able to do it. Super. The thing is, what I want to get rid of to be able to get from this. Don't want to get rid of that. Don't get rid of this. I think this would be more beneficial than this will. So get rid of. I mean, the radius is 35%. If it was like 100%, I would understand. If I got rid of that and keep this, you know, I still wouldn't have enough points to be able to get it. I have to get rid of something else too. If I get rid of that, because it's only 3 kills, it gives you the max amount, and the max amount is extremely a lot of damage. When I'm facing a boss and that, it doesn't really give me kill streaks. So if I do get rid of those two, say I put 3 into that, then I put 2 into this, I put 5 into this. Yeah, fuck, I'll just fuck around with it. I was like doing this shit. Makes it more fun to fuck around shit. RJ. Fuck RJ. Because if I go down this and I get all that pure damage reduction, it's just everything gets reduced. But if I get my life regeneration up just high enough to where it kind of breaks a little even with what
Killing
I'm
guns
taking,
with
it kind of
guns.
keeps healing up and that.
Let it not be said the unknowable god is without a sense of humor.
I love doing this shit. I love customizing my crap. It's fun. Okay, so... I've done this so many fucking damn times, dude. Yeah, 41,000, added about 10,000 more. Let's see how their generation is. So I've got my damage reduction up all the way, so let's see if that's happening. Of course it's not. Because that one shield gives you 50% damage reduction. This one gives me 33. So it gives me that little bit of that much. Hopefully add on with all the other regeneration.
Packs are a danger to everyone on Kairos. Want to strike a blow for the people's safety?
If you're going to take a shot, don't miss!
Not too bad, actually. The bitch fully unloaded on me. And I was keeping up with the healing. Oh, fucking attacking people again now. Get them, guys. I love these dudes. They're such experienced hoggers. Hang on, that's sure.
To the ancient ways! The lesson begins! Shatter!
He goes, damage-wise, it doesn't really matter. These guys are so damn strong, and my damage...
Shove your pieces together and face me again!
I don't think I'm in. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the second mode yet. I'm still only on hard. Okay, I have to do those twos first. Okay.
Take the iron!
shit set up with fucking missiles. That's actually really good. Yeah, I gotta go out. Yeah, I need to go out. I want to go out and walk around and shit. Maybe I'm gonna go to get me some food. I might go to my job, Taco Bell. And I always eat refried beans and pita bread. I like to fill up on that because I love refried beans. Actually, for some reason, it helps me out a lot, and I really enjoy the fiber in that. And I gotta keep eating that shit because it actually helps out a lot. It makes me poop really good, and I've been worried about that for a little bit now. Think about exercising that, but I'm fucking tired and sore as fuck. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to get my pre-workout and shit. That's what I need to. Yeah, my redness is starting to go away. And that's not as bad as it used to be. Looks like I lost a little bit of weight. Yeah, looks like I did. It's been like right now I haven't ate fucking barely anything today. And I kinda like it like that. I've been drinking amino acids to keep my aminos high, but uh I think I'm gonna give me a little lotion on my skin and nuts, a little dry, but man, I'm fucking starving. I'm drinking it. I got an energy drink I've been sipping on with aminos, but that shit's really activating me. And my god, it makes me hungry. Metabolism's going through the fucking roof right now. Anyway, I'll probably get off on that. I'm definitely probably gonna get back on. You guys have a good one. God bless.